Mark, a terrific ending, but probably could have won that game today.
Afternoon, all. First, it really tough, and I know the emotion of the end of the match and all that stuff. Really tough game, as we expected for us. After the last defeat that we got against Brentford at home, with harsh result for us. Of course, we wanted to react. Probably many people they talk that this place is not the best place to show a reaction. Our idea was completely different. Probably it was the best. It's going to be the best place for us to show a reaction. Of course, great respect for Arsenal. In my opinion, they are going to be even stronger than last season. The quality that they had for their squad is impressive, and I have to say that they are going to be clear contenders again because the quality, the manager, and all that stuff they have. But of course, leading the score really early with that pressure moment from ourselves that we took advantage from the bad pass was really good for us. I cannot hide to you. The quality of Arsenal pushed us back. We showed the organization in some moments probably too low on the pitch. I would like to see even a bit higher, but I have to give credit for them and for the crowd. The way they were losing the game, the way they support the home team was impressive. Okay, I have to mention as well our fans in that corner. What we missed more in the first half, because they didn't create many chances, but we missed more, was to have more the ball. Because if you are always running back to the ball in physical point of view, it's really tough, and was a tough game for us because we ran too much back to the ball, and moments after that we have the ball, we cannot breathe because we are tired, and this is the main thing that we want to improve, and we are going to improve with more time to work definitely. The end of the first half was tough. I think we started better the second half, and better our first pressure and all that stuff. Arsenal was not creating many before the penalty. Of course, they changed. They put more quality in with the two changes they made with Shevchenko to give more quality in their build-up. And they won the penalty, and the game changed completely in that moment. They scored really quick the 2-1 in a moment that has to be fall in Calvin Bassey. Nketiah pulled his arm, and if the referee gave the fall that like he should do, the game stopped in that moment, and the second goal in that moment at least didn't come for sure. The referee didn't see in that way, and of course penalized us in that situation. And of course after come the red card for Calvin, and create a big problem for us. After that moment we showed really the resilience and the ambition, and I have to say the quality in some moments as well, to keep working hard to try to get the result that I believe we deserve. And all the credits for the players, because it's not easy after conceding 2-1, start to play with 10 men again. It's the second game in a row that we play with 10 men last probably 30 minutes. I don't know how long it was today, but we showed that. And of course after they equalized the game, we showed the resilience, the braveness, and the organization with 5 at the back. 5-3-1 to defend our box, and we did it. Of course, we had that chance from Adam at the last moments of the game, but we showed the resilience and the organization to defend well our box.
Sam.
Marco, it's no secret that Joao Palhinha is important, but was today a good example of just how important he is to you and how crucial he is to this team?
Yes, not just him, but he's one of the key players for us. He was last season. That was the reason why I did everything to sign him. And that one of the reasons why the club did everything last month to keep him. This is it's obvious that situation is not in his best. Just the first game that he started this season, unfortunately for us, like all the other players, like Tosin, like Tim and William and Andres Pereira, they lost almost all pre-season. Like we are in a competition at the same time, you are giving minutes for the players. First time that he started, I felt him end of the first half really tired. Some moments at the beginning of the second half too. Of course, it was a good moment when we push him back, because at least the central defender is different. He can save more energy there, and he did it well. And it's important in many ways that you play, the way you want to build, the way you want to be aggressive in our pressure as well. Even sometimes when you have to change, like today, we got a red card from a central defender, and if I decided I don't need to change, I don't need to put a central defender there, because he's able to come back and to be a central defender. Even when he changed for 5 at the back, he was playing as a central defender as well. In many aspects, he's a key player for us, definitely.
Nick Callow, the back then. You were talking about the red card, and Mikel had a yellow card, you had a yellow card. Are you finding it difficult to adapt to the new regulations for this season?
Yes, it's really difficult to adapt, not just for us. I think it's difficult for the referees. It's really difficult for the players. The guidelines are there. Sometimes the consistency you cannot see there. And this is a problem, is going to be a problem if continuing this way. Of course, about myself, of course, I have to adjust. Probably the best way to adjust is to be always sitting on the bench. I have to tell you that it's almost impossible for me there, because I think my players, they need me there on the touchline. It's important for me to be on the touchline, but if it's going to be the only solution, I have to do it, because I want to be on the bench. I don't want to be in the stand as well. It's almost because you cannot take the emotion for the people that are on the bench. You have to behave, and if I do something wrong, believe me, and I do. Sometimes I do as well, of course. I'm the first one to criticize myself. I'm the first one to blame myself, and I want to improve, but you cannot take. First, the personality you cannot take from me, and the emotion is almost impossible to take from a manager, from a player. And if the consistency is not there, if you see the first yellow card for Calvin Bassey, what is this? Bern gave the ball for him. He took 5 seconds to start the goal kick, and the referee came gave a yellow card. First yellow card for him. And after he has to do a foul, he's out of the game, and we play with 10 men. And where is the consistency? If you see the first throw in, close the touchline for Partey here, because we were blocking the solutions, probably took more than 50 seconds to take that throw in, and not yellow card. And where is the consistency in these type of situations? How we can create in the training sessions, because you try, for our players to be more adapted for the circumstances, if you don't see the consistency there. Because if not, it's going, I think, 2 weeks in Premier League, already 7-8 red cards. It will be almost impossible if continuing this way.
Last couple of questions here. Okay, very last. We're just going to run out of time. So I'm going to try and go to individually. Hamza, you first, and then I'm going to come over here. Okay, Hamza.
Strong boy, quality player, and he's going to improve 100% sure. He needs more time to adapt for what to expect for him. Yes, quality in the build-up that is going to show, probably more than this afternoon, but after he's going to give something that we need as well, that big body, the aggressiveness in the duels, some challenge, that is quick. He's quick enough for for Premier League as well, and I'm really pleased to have him here, and I'm sure that he's going to be really important for us.
Just over here.
It's fair to say that Jimenez has not quite reached the quality that he had before his big injury. How close is he, do you think, to reaching that potential again?
He didn't score this afternoon, but I have to say that I'm really pleased with his performance. Really, really, really. Probably most of you you are going to disagree with me, but I'm the manager, and I'm really pleased for him. In terms of effort and commitment, was unbelievable. Even with 10 men, the way he helped the team. Of course, didn't score again, and we want to see a striker scoring goals. I'm sure that he's going to score soon, and we have to work with him, like we have to work with Rodrigo and with Vinicius to develop them and to keep improving them. If he's coming or not a new striker, I cannot guarantee to you. We are working on that, but if someone has to come, has to be someone to really add something for us. Sign just for sign, I will not go in this way.
Last 2 questions here, just behind you first, gentleman behind you, and then you.
Arsenal have kind of had trouble early in games, and seen a few early goals, especially at home over late. Was that something you talked about before the game, something you were hoping to be able to take advantage of in the first couple of minutes of the match?
And it was not just because the stats. You are mentioned to me, probably you analyze more than me. I analyzed the last 2 games plus the pre-season of Arsenal. And what I can tell you that we plan even to have some impact in the game, to don't let them to push us back quick, to be a little bit more aggressive that they are going to expect in the beginning of the game. Was something that we plan. I asked the players the last minutes of our meeting this morning before we come to the stadium, because it was really important for us, because you expected a strong and fast start and really quality start from Arsenal, and we have to try to have an impact in the game. Luckily that we did it, and we scored the first goal.
This is the final 2 questions, please. I'm going to end with you, Peter, but we'll go here first.
Yeah, Marco, just this trend for midfield fullbacks moving into midfield, just seen that Andreas and Bobby really target that area when you could. Is that now sort of to that, but actually it's a lot of space to get in. And you kind of saw that a little bit in the first goal, but a lot in the first half.
Yes, we did it. We changed. If you analyze, of course, and you did it. We changed the position of Bobby this afternoon. Bobby played much more inside. In some moments, almost as our third midfielder, with João in the middle and with Lukic on the right, and Bobby was almost our third midfielder on the left on side, with Andreas and Derry Wilson in the different line behind Raúl. We try, of course, to give more the wide areas for them instead of the inside areas, because we don't want them to play through our block every time. We knew that it is going to happen more 1v1 with Robinson and Kenny, but we embraced that challenge and we prepared that challenge. It was a tough afternoon for both, but I think most of the time they did really well, and we handled well that situation. When you play against Saka and Martinelli, many times 1v1, of course you are going to win and to lose some duels, but we planned that situation in the game. We block. I think we blocked really well that middle of that spine of the pitch, that middle of the pitch that we wanted, and they did well, and was something that we planned. Yes.
Very final question, Peter.
Marco, just on Raúl again. Obviously, there's lots of talk after Mitrovic replacing a striker and recruitment, but did you see a reaction from him almost to that today? Was it a bit like that?
I saw it. But okay, you are talking about the experienced player, and of course I don't want Raúl reacting because we sold Mitrovic. Forget, it's not his job. He has to prove his quality. He has to perform. He has to help Fulham Football Club to win football matches. It's not to show reaction because we sold a striker. If you sell a central defender, I don't want to see my central defender to react because we sold. I think this is not sense. He has to show his quality, because what he's living now here, I told him, probably is what 4 years ago or 3 years ago when he got injured, the striker that went for Wolves felt the same way. It's part of the job, because in that moment he was a star of the team. He was the striker that scored more than 20 goals in 2 seasons in a row in Premier League. Okay, and everyone was looking for him. Everyone was dreaming with Raúl. And in that moment, probably, I don't know, but if Wolves signed someone in that moment, everyone would look, okay, this guy has the pressure to replace Raúl. Okay, I don't want Raúl to have this pressure. Luckily for us, that is not a guy that reads a lot and pay a lot of attention for the social media. I want him to focus in his role. I'm really pleased with the game that he has. Playing these circumstances against these tall guys. Our team didn't provide enough for him this afternoon again. And at the end, he had an impact in the game in many, many ways, but he had an impact in the game. And I'm pleased for him, and he's going to improve for sure.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Sorry.